Okay.
but I am recording.
That's good though. So you have an extended cut.
Oh
All right,
yeah.
sweet. Here we go. Now I'm streaming. HorsePLAY live, uncut. Today's Thursday, May 29th, 2014. Running a little late. There's been some technical issues. Obi's currently MIA, but hopefully he'll be joining us. If not, you'll have to deal with his Simpsons avatar. I got Stan Farina with me. And,
How's it going?
yeah. Stan, you need to get headphones.
Yes.
Because then
And
again,
a big dildo with a blue tip like you got.
yeah. It doesn't really fit properly, but I like the color. I couldn't pass up the deal. I need a bigger one. This microphone is huge. That's what she said.
It's intimidating.
Well, it doubles as a weapon. So if my house ever gets invaded, I can just take the entire arm and just smack someone with it. I can swing it around, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like a bolo, but it won't really wrap around them. I sent you the show notes, by the way, Stan.
I didn't get them.
Ah, it's okay. We'll free ball then. I'll go
All
off.
right.
We have it. We have the notes, but we're gonna be pretty much going off the cuff anyway. That's the best way to do it. Also, we're joined by the mischievous. Where is she? The mischievous kitten known by the name of Blue. Yeah, who is another one of my many rescues, or our many rescues, because, you know, people are assholes and they abandon poor defenseless animals. She's a little ball of energy, so I might get scratched and I might start screaming randomly. Alright, Stan, this is the part where you mute the mic, and I'm gonna mute my mic, and I'm gonna cue up the music. Here we go.
All right. Good boy.
What's up, party people, and welcome to HorsePLAY Live. This is Obizilla. That's right, Obizilla. I'm Obi, and I'm Yogizilla today. And that wonderful, wonderful voice you hear in the background there is once again Stan Farina, one of the members of the Geeky Antics Network, one of the gangs, the gangsters. You know. What's up, man?
Doing good, man. How about you?
I'm good. I was hoping to do. I wanted to do a really high energy kind of opening. Oh, should probably close that out there so we don't get any crazy echo. Did you hear any echo? I think it sounded good.
Yeah.
It sounded good. Sounded good.
Sounded good.
Excellent. I like when things work. When things work, things are good. So yeah, this is episode 24, and today is May 29th, 2014. Title of this episode is Curses, Naxxramas. And if you're at all familiar with the Warcraft universe, the mythos that Blizzard has so beautifully crafted, we're talking about Hearthstone. Surprise, you know? We never talk about Hearthstone. Stan's awkward silence means that I'm losing my touch.
Did you feel lonely?
I'm alone there. But so yeah, we're gonna talk a lot about Hearthstone tonight, and whatever else is clever. Not too much news. We're kind of just gonna freeball it, and since we're actually airing right now on the Geeky Antics channel instead of the usual Obi-Wan X2 and Yogizilla channels, where we do the simulcast thing, it's gonna be a little different.
Confused.
Everyone's confused. So I'm trying to mind the channel and see if anyone might be there. But nah, it looks like it's just nobody but us chickens. Another reference that's gone to waste. Stan, you're killing me, bro.
Oh,
This is comedy gold.
yes, it is.
All right. So anyway, if you're new to the show, make sure that here are a few ways you can connect with us. We're HorsePLAY Live, where we rock out every Thursday night at 11 p.m. Eastern on Twitch channels Obi-Wan X2 and YogiZilla. But now, listen, we're gonna probably stick to Geeky Antics channel. But you can still by all means follow us at Obi-Wan X2 and YogiZilla. That's me. Obi-Wan is the word Obi, like Obi-Wan Kenobi. The word 1 and then the letter X and 2. Of course, you have to be complicated. So, but you can see if you're watching the video, you can see his name. We keep it pretty simple there. We also have the HorsePLAY replay, the archives that are on Thursday afternoons or evenings, depending how you look at it, at 5 p.m. Eastern on allgames.com. Shout out to our All Games family. Lots of love there. And we're pretty much opening up for the B Team podcast right now until Scott Rubin comes in with his 7 p.m. show and shares his secrets on how to make super awesome ice cream. Something I don't know. Something about genetically engineered ice cream and I don't know, splicing the atoms somehow, making it more airy. I guess it's gonna be like the ice cream. If ice cream and gelato had a child together, that's what he's talking about. I think. I don't know. That's what I'm getting. That's what I know so far about the show he's doing. Stan,
How's that going?
how's that going? I don't know. I'm in the dark. All I know is that Chip wanted us to open up for them and be the warm up act. But now it's like a 2-hour gap, and we're just waiting and waiting. So there's probably gonna be a fill in, a stopgap in that little spot. Maybe some reruns of other shows on All Games. So tune in for that. I think that this show that Scott Rubin is doing is starting first or second week of June. So yeah, Thursdays are gonna be popping with the B Team podcast, HorsePLAY, and the new show. Not in that order, of course.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be good. We got a lot of Stan. We got a lot of cross promotion action going on.
Yeah.
You know how I operate. It's all about love, and I give more than I get, but that's fine.
Nobody gives more than you.
I don't know how to take that. But yeah, if you enjoy our witty banter and all the interesting personalities you've caught on HorsePLAY in the past, maybe you know of us in passing. Maybe maybe watch some of my Twitch streams. Make sure you go to geekyantics.net. I gotta try to look more at the camera. I forget I'm on video, and I'm the only person on video now. So now people are gonna focus on me. So yeah, hi, how you doing? I'm YogiZilla. Hey, yeah, geekyantics.net. That's where you want to go. And we got lots of great stuff there. We got music reviews. We got video game stuff. We got TV shows and podcasts and vlogs and polls. And we're going to be doing giveaways soon, which we'll be talking about that in a little bit. Lots of stuff. Lots of ways to interact and get involved with the geek culture and a lot of gamers. Definitely a lot of gamers there. And I think Stan is going to spearhead the gardening section in there. I really liked. I saw your thing. Was it on Facebook or Google Plus? Something about a Romanian flower drink.
Elderberry flower drink.
Elderberry. It really was elderberry.
Yeah, man.
Dude, that's crazy. Really? I don't doubt it, man. That's why everybody's so nice over there, from what I hear.
Yeah.
Consumable. That's the proper word for edible flower, right? Consumable flower.
Yeah.
I always thought that was cool because broccoli is technically a flower, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, isn't that neat?
Yeah.
Like I'm a typical American. America. I love my red meat, but I appreciate all the stuff that the earth produces for us naturally. But I always say,
Potatoes come out of the ground.
Yeah, they do, and they have potatoes are great. I love potatoes. There's so many ways you can prepare them, right? You could bake them, you could pan fry them, you know.
Hmm.
You could mash them up and make loaded potatoes. I mean, so many good ways. But you know, the thing about potatoes, the potatoes they're kind of creepy if you think about it because they have lots of eyes. And if you're
Yes, I do.
yeah, you think about it. If you're an insecure person, you don't want to mess with potatoes. At least you don't want to be involved with the preparing of potatoes. You might consume them, but you don't. That beforehand, potatoes are not very sexy at all when they're not peeled and washed off and everything. You know, you got to
But you
rinse
know
it properly.
they sprout out of the eyes.
What's that?
They sprout out of the eyes.
Oh yeah, they do, dude. It's creepy. It's horror stuff.
Yeah.
Imagine if potatoes were like little creatures, similar kind of composition, but just different kind of organs coming out of them. That'd be pretty
Tentacles
gruesome.
coming out.
Yeah, dude. That'd be some pretty gruesome stuff. And Blue is getting my toes. Stop it, kitty. I'm doing a podcast. No, the toes are not to play with. She wants attention. I'm about to put her in the camera here in a little bit, but my desk is a mess, and she just starts playing with everything. She discovered chapstick the other day, and it was great. I put a tweet out about it. So yeah, speaking of tweets, I'm at Yogizilla. Stan is at Farina. That's Faryna. Obi, who's currently MIA, is Obi1x2. And then, of course, we have our team, our collective, our network Twitter account, which is at Geeky Antics. It's mainly me doing that, but what I do is I just retweet and comment on stuff from all our contributors and partners and supporters and whatnot. And we're also setting up a official stream team soon for people that would like to do like little shows once a week. You know, whether it's a quick segment or some gameplay, things that are more themed, and then we can fill up the schedule some more on Geeky Antics. So the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Geeky Antics. There's going to be stuff going on there. We also have the YouTube. So if you're curious about contributing there, whether it's a vlog, gameplay videos, reviews, we're open to all kinds of stuff. And you know what? Also, while we're at it, allgames.com could use a lot more blog contributors. So make sure you contact Derek over there because poor guy, he needs more help. He's one man in the struggle almost by himself. And Scott Rubin just gives him a hard time. He's like, come on, when I was running things, it was much better, blah, blah. Like, well, he needs help. He's only one person.
Are they paying their bloggers?
They are, you know, the thing is, you know the way, you know how it is. When you're in content development mode and you're trying to promote yourself, it's really hard to, you know, help out someone else's thing. And even though you're a part of that network, everybody else has other platforms, other networks, other channels they're trying to cultivate. So it's really hard. But I had to say, SG from the R9cast and his wife Bridget B, they're real givers, and Sean Freeman too. But on the blog front, they need a lot more stuff. Because mainly Derek H and his mom actually that post a lot of the stuff over there. But yeah.
I'll have to check it out. I haven't checked it out. I haven't checked out their blogs.
Dude, we have a blog post on allgames.com so far. And of course it's about Hearthstone.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you see a pattern developing here, but
What is this Hearthstone madness?
it is, dude. It is officially the summer of Hearthstone, 2014, summer of Hearthstone. Live the dream, man. But you know, you know what? On geekyantics.net, we talked about that earlier. We got a lot of Hearthstone content. We also posted some stuff about Twitch, and I've been long overdue to do a piece on Doctor Who. And
yeah.
we're gonna do a little mini series, bro. Because there's a lot of people that have been asking me about that, including Alistair Kennedy from 42 Level 1, and we're gonna do like a little mini series to kind of prepare for the return of Doctor Who. That's gonna be good. But I want to kick it off with a blog post so we can kind of get our brain juices going. Even if it's just 1 or 2 episodes that we cut, you know, a 1 or 2 hour long discussion, you know, it'd be cool. And maybe it'll be like a
Yeah.
horseplay bonus, you know?
Hey, can we watch Doctor Who and make comments like that old mystery science theater? That would be cool, huh?
Yeah, we can like mute it at some
Like
times and do our own voiceovers.
stream movie, and we'll make the comments.
You know, we could probably get away with that too, because is anyone officially handling like licensing of Doctor Who in the States, other than like syndication on Netflix and stuff like that?
I don't know. Hmm.
Technically, like, you know, there's always like considerations that like, well, if we played a full video, you know, and we're kind of overlaying on it, isn't that, I don't know, are we breaking some kind of DMCA or whatever? I don't know. Copyright law, OP. I
Do it
know.
now before Google has Twitch bouncing the ball.
Right now on what?
I mean, I'm saying it's better to do it now than later, because once Google starts screwing things up, it'll be different.
Oh yeah, yeah. And we talked about that
I mean, I'm
last
not
week.
talking about saving it for YouTube, but if we do a planned, scheduled live mystery science theater.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, we touched upon what the Google acquisition of Twitch really means. Um, I'm trying to stay positive about it, but it is a little scary because a lot of the things we get away with now, like on my main channel on my YogiZilla channel, I haven't done it on Geeky Antics yet, but we have bots and people could request songs, and people love that crap. You know, they request songs, and I'm like setting up scripts where people can vote on stuff and like bet, like do a little gambling, no money attached, just virtual currency, just for fun. To see, predictions like, oh, Yogi's gonna go win 2 matches and then lose 3. It's like,
Uh-huh.
that kind of thing. So like the stuff with the copyrighted material, the music, that's gonna go. So then we have to think of new things, of new ways to engage people and give them like that interaction, that engagement. Because obviously, the more people you have watching a live stream, going to a live event online, the harder it is to do that one-on-one engagement and acknowledge everyone. So hopefully Google won't corrupt Twitch. But anyway, a few more things, ways that you can interact with us. So we said geekyantics.net. You can
I
also,
just got a tweet.
what's that?
I just got a tweet from Obi-Wan.
What do
He
you say?
says, "I wish I could be there."
Did he really? Aw.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to. You know what?
PC is dead. That's his message.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna be able to use his wife's computer to at least call in. It's a bummer.
Yeah.
Well, his Simpsons character is here right now, so he's here in spirit. How we doing our time? So yeah, we started. We're only like 20 minutes in. I don't even know what time we started. Let me see. Yeah, we're 18 minutes late. Yeah, I was right. Yeah, cool. What else? What else? What else? What else? So yeah, we have this thing. It's kind of a foreign concept for some people. It's called a voicemail, and how that works is people call and they leave a message. It's kind of what people did before there was text messaging. But apparently now the consensus is some people wish they could just change their voicemail to just say, "Leave me a text," or redirect them to a text messaging service. Remember, Stan? We're both old farts. Remember
We are.
when like the two-way pagers were a really big thing, but they
Oh
weren't.
man.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Those things were like huge VCRs you put on your waist, and it was kind of like
Yeah.
this whole thing where like if you wanted to be like Batman and have a full utility belt, you'd have all kinds of crap dangling, like the really huge cell phone if you were on a cutting edge, or the really huge pager, maybe a little Leatherman or Gerber knife,
The Leatherman. That was a tool, man.
Leatherman is the shizzle. I mean, now and then I buy a new Leatherman just to get the new tools. Like, ooh, this one has a corkscrew in it. Ah, this one has a back massager. But yeah, The two-way pages are great because they weren't really two-way when they first came out. It was someone would call a number and talk to a stranger, and that stranger would transcribe the message. And at first, it was like the Wild West, and all kinds of raunchy stuff was going on. And then they started doing restrictions, and the operator would say, "I'm not gonna type that. I cannot type that." It's like, really? You can't mention the licking of the orifices? No, sir. It's like, what about if I use some kind of metaphor, some symbols, maybe some symbolism? Like, let's say, lick the M&M. Is that good? And people would just send like really weird messages to each other just to troll each other. And you're in the middle of a meeting, or maybe you're like in a training session or school, wherever you were at the time. All of a sudden, you get this weird message, and you're like, okay, stop trolling me. It's like, the good times. Pull the fat VCR off of your waist, and then click and look at it, and then you see the weird message. And then before that was a thing, people would just write words with the numbers, like boobless or or leet. Technology. We're so spoiled now. I thought that was. I still think that thing. It was kind of cool because you could get back to people at your convenience. Just page me. I don't know. But anyway, also, so we have the voicemail 206-415-4987. I don't think I even said the number. So leave us a voicemail. We definitely would appreciate it. Join the conversation. Look at geekyantics.net. Maybe you might see a topic that you like there. Sometimes we'll post a preview of the upcoming show's topics. But pretty much whatever we're talking about on the blog is what we're gonna be talking about on the show. So that's pretty much a preview there. Or if you see things going on Twitter, you know what's on our minds. But what happens. We have some plans for each show, but a lot of it keys off of what the community is talking about. So feedback, send it. 206-415-4987. Keep the conversation going. And we'll play the messages and respond to them live. And if you're shy, you could always mail us an email. It's still a thing. mail@geekyantics.net. And that covers the introductory stuff. Now it's time for the news. Now, Stan, I want you to do a very wholehearted, obligatory news. I want you to say that phrase exactly, and then I'm going to start the news.
Okay, here we go. And now, the news.
That was very, very exciting. And now, the news. Obligatory news! So word on the street is that Hearthstone, its first expansion, Curse of Naxxramas, is dropping on June 3rd. We have on a pretty good authority that this is going to happen. So even if this is not 100%, it's going to be the summer of Hearthstone. It is the summer of Hearthstone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and Stan and I, we're excited. We're going to be doing a lot of Hearthstone stuff. So don't forget to stockpile some gold. You want to have some gold because there's no definitive answer about how much each episode or wing or corridor in the Curse of Naxxramas campaign will be. I know they're going to be rolling them out as weekly things, and I think there's going to be 4 different installments. And at the end of each of those, upon completion, you get a legendary card, which is pretty darn awesome. It's going to level the playing field in many ways, So that's what I'm most excited about. And in other news, Watch Dogs came out, and a lot of mixed reviews. People seem to like it okay, but it's pretty much, from what I've seen and from what I've gathered from people that have played extensively, it's a fun game, but of course it does not live up to the hype. And nothing ever does. People are comparing the GTA 5 with like a smaller world and a focus on kind of cyberpunk elements. It's got a lot of neat little things, like how you could join someone else's game and basically harass them in a way that's not evil so much, So that's kind of neat, but I don't know. People are like, "Oh, you're gonna play Watch Dogs?" I'm like, I think I'll skip it. I think I played that game already. It's like, that's a good game. Just because it's similar to other things doesn't mean you shouldn't play. It's like, well, if right now I have plenty of fun games on my plate. So if it's not something completely stellar or unique, then I'll pass. I'm a cheap bastard, Stan. You know this about me.
You like your free games.
Well, no, I've bought
But
plenty of
you
games.
play a lot of games is a thing. So it's not like other people that play one or two games and no, yeah, I don't know. What do you got? Like you got a dozen games going at a time?
Oh yeah, there's like, I got a good, probably kind of two hands the main games I have on rotation, but there's like a bunch of games that I could always pick up and play, and there's a bunch of other games that I know I want to get back to. I mean, yeah, I got plenty to keep me busy. I am not like bored at all.
Such to pay for all these games because I mean you've got a lot and you've got a lot on your Steam account.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm a happy camper, and especially with we've been doing the hashtag Retro Friday thing every week, and I've been getting back into some like classics, and it's fun because those games still hold up well today for the most part. Not all of them, but a good amount of them do.
Yeah, we gotta get into for retro. I don't know. Retro is weird, but I'm willing to go into some retro civilization.
All right, fair enough. We could probably do some Civ or some like maybe do some like old school Warcraft or Starcraft
Oh, yeah.
or Command and Conquer. How about that?
Oh, Command and Conquer. Yeah. What was the and Strategic Conquest?
Wow, taking it back. I forgot
That
about that
is.
one.
Yeah.
There's a lot of oldies out there that are still good. Like another one is Total Annihilation. Don't get me started. But what's very interesting to know about Watch Dogs is the fact that supposedly it's the fastest selling game for Ubisoft. So
Really?
yeah, I mean,
So
more
we
so than their Assassin's Creed games and anything else really that they've released.
so someone's got to check it out on Geeky.
The Watch Dogs, yeah, it seems really cool. I love cyberpunk themes, so
Mm.
that part intrigues me. It's just from a gameplay perspective, it's just not enough for me to really feel like I should put down all the stuff I'm doing just to play that. But I think
Right.
it's worth a look if you have a lot of free time. Hey, go for it. I don't, but Hearthstone is the main thing that's been dominating my life, and then League of Legends, a little Dota 2, some other stuff here and there. Uh, but Hearthstone is like my main game right now. It's definitely becoming more and more my lifestyle. It's just so much fun, Stan.
It takes some time though.
Well, you're holding your own. You've moved up in the ranks quite a bit.
Yeah. But
You,
there's some good time I put into working it out. I don't know. Maybe if I looked up decks, it'd be a lot easier. But I don't want to go there. I want to figure it out myself.
well, yeah, we talked about this that the discovery is for us the
Part
most yeah, it's the most satisfying part of it.
right.
You know, that's kind of something that we've been robbed of in recent generations of video games because they hold your hand so much now, and social media makes it so easy to find answers, right? So
Sure.
now it's like you don't feel that satisfaction of figuring it out on your own. It's kind of like it's just all up in your face, and you can't really fail unless you're trying really hard to fail.
Right.
But
Or you're being like us and not looking up the decks.
yeah, exactly. I think for me the furthest I'll go, I'm aware of some of the decks and what they're called, how they're referred to, just from talking from top tier players and watching them play, and just from all the extensive gameplay that I've done, you've done too. I'm aware of what's out there. It's good to be aware of what's out there,
Right.
but yeah, it's just fun to just I like working with scraps. How can I make this work? And then if I get some really good loot off a arena run, it's like, hey, back to the drawing board. Sweet. I find that very satisfying. But so yeah, let's not much news tonight. We're gonna keep it moving, so we can just kind of go back and forth about whatever. And we will be talking quite a bit about Hearthstone. I'm about to say Hearthstone. That's not a good game. That's not kid friendly. I don't recommend that game. I'm not advocating it. I'm sure it's a thing too. So yeah, community events and giveaways. Let's talk about that. So we actually had successful League of Legends game nights. Stan was with us. We had yeah, it was fun, dude. We went quite a long time. We've done it for like 2 or 3 weeks now. Like, we've done it before, but we've actually been keeping up with it. So that's the difference. So Stan, I know you were there, Stan. We had Not Panda. We had Obi, of course. Renee Bones wanted to join us, but she couldn't make it. There was a lot of people there. I'm trying to think, there's someone else I'm missing. But yeah, there were tons of people, tons of listeners and supporters, and the rest of the gang, the Geeky Antics crew on there. I've also been playing with some people from the All Games community too, Opti and the Blue Guy. I like playing with the Blue Guy, but Stan, you think that you have issues with the game? See, I don't mind playing with.
Mouse yet.
Did you actually get a mouse?
No, I ordered it.
You can't do the roller mouse, man.
I know. Roller mouse does not work.
Yeah.
So,
if we were playing.
So I ordered the Razer Naga.
Oh, you did.
Mouse.
You got the Naga.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not like I have.
Sucks.
I have like
Because Obi was boasting about it, so.
Yeah, he's really hardcore when it comes to that. See, I'm simple. I like keyboard and mouse, so to me, 6 to 12 buttons on your mouse is more than enough. When it starts getting to like 24, 34 buttons on there, I'm like, oh no, thank you. That's what the keyboard is for.
The one I ordered only has, I think, 14.
So is so good.
The 12 thumb buttons and the other 2 that are regular.
Yeah, see, that's bordering too much for me. It just gets
I
in the
think
way.
it was going to be too. I saw ones with more buttons, but I was like, yeah, I don't know. I might be too old for this, or I'm just being stubborn.
With 14 is good because you could program out pretty much. It's perfect for League of Legends because you could program all the stuff you normally would have on the keyboard right onto the mouse. You know, like mine has 2 buttons on the top that are right next to the wheel mouse, and that's very convenient. And I could put the summoner spells on there, so you know I could flash or whatever very easily. But to me, it's much easier just using the keyboard. You know, I don't know. I guess it depends how good your typing skills are. But
I'm gonna find out. I haven't used a mouse in a long time, so
dude, it's gonna
probably like 10 years.
It will up your game big times, big times. Wow, woo! I miss Obi.
I'm not Obi's replacement here. You know, I'm supposed to be Silent Bob.
No, I like hanging out with you. You know, we have long conversations, bro. We can talk about whatever. But you know, it's not the same because like me and you are so alike. We're just gonna agree on everything. But Obi and I, we just bump heads and we have really like epic debates. That's what someone told me today. They were listening to the show earlier on All Games, and they said, "Oh man, it was a great episode because you and Obi went at it." I'm like, "We did? I don't remember what we're talking about." Like, I don't know, but he started doing voices, and you started doing voices. It was great. Your voices were great, and he was like, he didn't want to acknowledge it. Your voices were great. He was like, "What was that?" I had fans rallying for me. It's like, "Oh, you did great voices, Yogi. I like your voices." Like, thank you very much.
I liked your voices. You talking about last week's?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you do a good job.
See, I feel the love. It's good. It's good to have that peer support. But yeah, so yeah. Well, I was gonna say before we went off on like epic tangents there. You think you see? I don't mind playing League of Legends with you because like I know that you're
Well,
still
because I
struggling. Well, no, I know that you're struggling with like the core mechanics, but then when there's someone that understands the core mechanics, but they just are dumb, like they're overly aggressive, or they
uh,
just don't play seriously. Like, I love being support, but the worst thing as a support is when you have a ADC that just Leroy Jenkins all the time, just jumps in, gets killed, and then gets you killed in the process because you have a tough choice to make. Do I run away and just let him die and then he thinks I'm a puss? Or do I go in and die anyway because he doesn't know how to listen to me when I say back up, back up, back up? So I'm usually the one that will run in with him, and then everybody's mad at me when I'm falling behind. But if a support dies a lot, it's hard for him to come back because he's not getting farm, he's not getting gold, and the gap gets huge. So if your ADC is just being a total like retard and just diving in like wee, it's almost like just seeing an empty pool, an empty swimming pool, and just diving in anyway. It's very
right.
frustrating. It's like that it's gonna be a train wreck, but you can't help but watch, and then you somehow get dragged into it as well. And I just mixed up a whole bunch of metaphors, but we're gonna run with it. But anyway, Opti, if you're listening, bro, I love you, man, but you gotta stop engaging so much. It's one thing to harass, another thing to be suicidal. Killing me, man. But apparently, Blue Guy knows how to play with him, so kudos to him. But anyway, all that to say that we've been having really great post-show League of Legends game nights, and also Hearthstone. But of course, League of Legends is easier because we can get a bunch of people involved with that. Whereas Hearthstone, everybody kind of just goes off into the separate thing. There's no spectator mode and no chat where you can have a bunch of people chatting in one room. Those are opportunities that they could work on to make it more communal, Spectator mode would be great because then everybody can feel involved and comment on stuff. Now I know that's what Twitch is for, but it's good to have it native as well. I think.
I wonder if they could do a team setup where you get multiple people going through, I don't know, scenarios where you're a team, as a team.
Yeah, like maybe like tag battles, or
Yeah,
I can see it as tag battles, or I can see it. Tag battles would be hard if you're dueling side by side. But I think what they could do is maybe do like you said, teams, but you're still playing individual games, but you're getting kind of like highlights of the other people on your team doing really big things,
right.
you know, and like and point distribution based upon performance. Like, there's a lot of neat things you could do there, like a kind of ladder, a team ladder that's like its own kind of separate meta. You know what I mean?
I like that.
That'd be awesome. That's not that hard to implement either, because it could just be within the current framework, and then just assign point distribution for different things. Give different weight, different value to different things, and as your team plays and performs, they either lose points or win points, and your team moves up and down ladder that way. I think that's really cool.
You think they could figure out a dungeon system?
Like raids.
Yeah,
Well, that's kind of what they're doing with Chris and Naxxramas.
but as a single player,
Yeah,
not
but
as a team.
yeah. See, I think they're paving the way for
Not
that.
with me. Yeah.
Dude, that'd be pretty awesome. Like, you fight an epic boss, and then you like tag out. It's like, all right, I'm about to die here. Here, you come in, and your teammate comes. Oh my gosh, dude, the things you could do.
Yeah.
There could be some really interesting things there. Why don't more people think about these things? It's not like it's that hard to implement. It would be so game changing too, like in a good way. I don't know. But anyway, if you ever want to join us for these game nights, just tweet us at Geeky Antics, at Obi1X2, at YogiZilla, and at Farina. and we'll pass the word along to whoever might be streaming or hosting a game night, or we'll just set something up real casual, right on the spot. So usually, if we're around, we're up for it. And I'm a
I
bit of
think
a
that's
night
a
owl.
good idea.
What's that?
That's a great idea. Getting
Setting.
people together for game nights.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we've been doing it. We just gotta do it more often. Be consistent with it.
And we haven't been telling people that we're doing it. I mean, like after the shows, we just kind of been going into League of Legends, but not everyone knows about it.
Yeah, that's the thing. We can't tell that many people about it because then it's like we can't fit everybody.
Right.
We're working on that though, because if the Twitch partnership goes through, then we'll have viewer games and we'll have chat rooms, set up so we could pick people from the chat and rotate the
Right.
teams. With a custom match on League of Legends, we could have 10 people total, and yeah, that'd be fun.
We could have a couple levels too. You could have you're pretty good with the beginners, and then you could have some intermediate level players that Yogi would like better, or the advanced.
Yeah, Obi, he's very competitive.
Opie has been really nice to me, though, I gotta say, because I got a sense of how serious he is, but I'm expecting him to cuss me out, and he doesn't. So the fact that he can control himself when you have such a loser player like me, that's pretty amazing.
Luhu, huhu, huzzah.
Exactly.
No. I
That's
guess,
noobs.
like I said, your type of noobness is alright. It's just when there's people that are overly aggressive or they just do annoying things, like they have a microphone that's right next to their mouse and they have the gain all the way up and all you hear is clicking the whole time. Like I'm pretty patient, but he was even starting to get to me. But Obi was like about to I don't know, he's about to flip a wig. Because it didn't sound like a mouse click. It sounded like the person was smashing their computer or something. It was crazy. I don't know what was going on. But speaking of like creating some buzz, we do have giveaways lined up, and like I said, we have a lot of stuff queued up for geekyantics.net. That's going to be in the main hub to make it easy to kind of send you to our appropriate channel or game, and redirect everyone accordingly. Especially as we have new shows come on, people join our Twitch stream team and all kinds of stuff going on. Geeky Antics, that's where you want to go. So we're going to have giveaways. I got tons of games to give away. I got people that have beta keys and want to throw some stuff into the pot. So we're just working out all the logistics. But, if you go to my channel, YogiZilla on Twitch, and, if we get tons of people viewing, at any given time, I might just go, hey, on the spot giveaway, let's go. So that could happen too. But it will be a blog, it'll be blog-based giveaways and contests as well. Because they're different things. Giveaway is random and contest is performance-driven. So people often don't get that,
Right.
I hate when someone says, this is a giveaway. The person with the best poster will win. No, that's a contest. Because there's a performance piece to that. It's not, submit something and then it'll be a random draw. That's a giveaway. That's the sweepstake.
We should have both.
Yeah, we're gonna have both, definitely. Like contest kind of stuff will be, help us design a new logo or help us design overlays or a poster or a splash screen, stuff like that. And then the community will vote on which one they like the most and blah blah blah. And then with that kind of stuff, it's usually a first, second, and third place prize. Whereas a giveaway, it's like one prize, one winner, usually. But it depends. We're working on that
That'll be
stuff.
cool.
Yeah. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and go forward with setting up a Patreon campaign for us. So, it won't be like a huge thing, but I'm pretty much maintaining most of this stuff, but I also like to give some kind of like incentives to our main contributors, the ones that are consistent, like Stan, who just happens to be in the call right now. Nothing big, but a little way of saying thank you. And then when we do get big, everybody will be getting some fat checks and sipping on some pina coladas.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. One day, living the dream. That's gonna happen. But what else we got here? So yeah, make sure you check out geekyantics.net. All that stuff's gonna. Oh yeah, how could I forget? Yotai. Hashtag Yotai. That's how it sounds in my head.
Sounds good.
YOHTAI, which stands for Ye Old Hearthstone Tavern and Inn. It's open for business. Pull up a chair, grab a drink, make some friends. That's what it's all about. And we got Stan is maintaining a Facebook group. We also have a Steam community group. It's just basically a way to make it easier to coordinate with other Hearthstone players that might be competitive but not like super hardcore about it. If you're casual, if you just like if you're there more for the social experience, then come on over. We have plenty of room at the table.
I played some the other day from Yotai.
Did you?
That was pretty cool. Yeah, he just he did he requested a battle. We did 3 battles. He beat me 2 out of 3, but I think he was satisfied.
Nice. Did you make a new friend?
So yeah, I made a new friend. Well, he requested me. He requested the ad out of the blue. I didn't know who he was. I added him, thinking maybe he's from Yotai, and yeah, he was. So that was awesome.
Do you remember the name?
No, I don't.
Terrible.
Yes.
Fail sauce.
Super fail sauce because I told people in Yotai to come watch horseplay.
Now they might listen to the podcast and they might be in the chat room and they're like, "What the heck? No love."
Dude, yes, I'm going to write down the names from now on.
I'm out of pink lemonade. Tragic.
Oh.
Quenching my thirst. I'm gonna have to just I don't know. I have
Send
to deal
the
with
cat
it.
out.
I'll send the cat. Where are you, kitty?
Bring back a bottle of Orange Crush.
Kitty. Where are you? She's found some hiding spots in my man cave. I don't know where she's at.
Oh.
But oh yeah, so speaking more about Hearthstone, the Video Game Outsiders Hearthstone tournament is officially underway, and this weekend I'll probably be getting my battle done and then posting the results on their forums. So expect that I will be streaming that at some point. Because the guy that they paired me up against for the first round of the bracket, his schedule is like he works from like 4 a.m. or 4 p.m. to 4 a.m. I'm like, wow, that does not jive with what I'm doing. Because I'm not getting. It's a friendly tournament.
Okay.
Supposedly there's gonna be actually prizes too, but I'm just doing it for fun. So I'm probably gonna be streaming the battle.
Nice.
In the meantime, I'm gonna do like Rocky style training, run up and down some stairs. Then I'm gonna chase after the black guy that stole my bicycle. If you don't know what I'm talking about, not being racist is a meme. Just look it up. It's a thing. I did not just pull that out of nowhere.
That's racist.
Now you sound like Derek H.
Is that the guy who does that?
No,
League of Legends? The guy that we're playing with?
What? Did you meet? I don't know if you met Derek H. At Overall Games, but there's a lot of people that do that though. But that's his thing. Like he's always saying that's racist, or like that's like his avatar on Skype. And if you go to allgames.com forums, that's his avatar as well. That's racist.
Oh.
And it's a little kid with his mouth open. But yeah. So yeah, well, that's gonna be fun. I'm gonna probably keep tomorrow's Retro Friday short and quick. Maybe like a 30 minute, an hour long stream. And then upload that video, then do a lot of Hearthstone. I gotta get serious, get focused, work on my game. Like I'm still at that place where I gotta kind of figure out who I'm gonna focus on like who's gonna be my main one or two, my main two, because you want to have a backup for when the meta shifts and the one you're playing that isn't working anymore. Right now it looks like Hunter and Priest, but I kind of want to have something surprising that people won't expect. You know, like I don't know, play a Paladin. People go, Paladin? Who does that? I would say...
See, Pally's, there's nothing wrong with the Pally.
Yeah, it's great, but, you know, like Mage and Paladin are amongst what many people consider the weakest in the constructed play right now. But Paladin has a lot of annoying things he could do. Like, if you just run Divine Shields left and right, you know, all of a sudden these weenies that are nothing on their own are suddenly big threats because they got shields.
Right.
And it forces you to throw out all your hard removal and all your silences and everything. And then by the time that he finally wears you down, then he gets a big boy eyes like, ha, you got nothing for this now. So there's some fun stuff you could do with Paladin for sure. I'm gonna play around with it some more. But anyway, back to community events.
With legendary and epic cards, the Pally rocks.
Without or with?
With.
Oh, yeah, I mean that could be, yeah. But that's pretty much every class. I mean that's like Rogue. I think sucks without legendaries and epics. You know, but with them, she's freaking annoying as crap.
Seems to be unstoppable lately.
Yeah, it's been shifting. Like, for me,
how did it shift? I mean, they didn't add new cards, did they?
It shifts because people either get bored or they run into a wall when people start building counter builds. You know,
Right.
so they switch their thing, and then everybody else starts switching. So that's kind of how it works. It creates a ripple effect. So, for example, Hunter is like one of the most aggressive decks, but then if you play against someone that has really early removal and, I don't know, a lot of like low cost taunts, suddenly a Hunter Beast aggro deck is crap because he can't rush you down. You know, he can't go straight to your fist like he normally does.
Yeah, and if he can't double the attack of his, does he have the dogs?
Yeah,
Who hasn't?
the Unleash the Hounds. Yep.
Yeah. So if he can't double the attack of the hounds, that's kind of sucky.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But if he can get 4 or 5 hounds out there, and or just 4 hounds, and he can double their attack, man, that's hard to deal with.
Yeah, what I like to do is get Leroy Jenkins out, and he puts the 2 whelps on the opponent's side, and then I just do the Unleash the Hounds. I get the extra 2 hounds,
Right.
and that's perfect. Like for changing the tempo, if I have a Starving Buzzard out, I get extra card draw like that. Or if I have the Timberwolf out and he buffs all my hounds, all of a sudden all that damage there, oh man, that could be game finishing right there.
Right.
But so yeah, that's what I was gonna say as far as community events and feedback go. Make sure you check out our community events and feedback category in at geekingantics.net. We have surveys, polls, brainstorming sessions, game nights, giveaways, contests. All that stuff is going to be pretty much tagged under that. It's, you know, all the ways community can get involved will be in that community events and feedback category. Make sure you check that out. You know, it's a handy dandy drop down, and then it filters out all the content to get to the good stuff. And yeah. So also, as far as feedback goes, if you know, we have a little segment unofficially called Man Crushers and Geek Girls, where we invite people to join us for the show. So if you have anyone that's a man crush or a geek girl that you'd like for us to feature on the show, contact us and we'll get them going. Obi usually does his pick of the week for a streamer. This week, I'll just do one and keep it moving along. Unless do you have anyone you want to plug, Stan?
No.
All right. Well, that's easy enough. I was hoping you'd say you want to plug that guy Yogizilla, but that's all right.
Oh man, he's a cool guy.
Next time.
Next time.
But I want to plug Monalicious. It's Monalicious, just how it sounds, but without the O. And she's really awesome. Today, she spent a whole 6 hours on my Twitch channel, the whole time, pretty much. And I was surprised because she usually has quite a following on her Twitch channel. It's just really cool. I just felt the love. It's just cool when people are they have that, they taste the success, but they're still super, supportive of others. So, big shout out. You are definitely one of my geeks of the week. And when you see me stream, I'll have people up on a little leaderboard, show my love, show my appreciation for everybody. Obviously, I can't acknowledge everyone, but I'll try my best to make sure everybody gets their props. And right now, Blue is licking my toes, and I feel violated. What are you doing, kitty?
Miss Langley is on.
What's
the
that?
Chat, man. Miss Langley is on the chat. You need to say hello.
Yay! Princess Kitty! Yay! You know what? She should join us on the call.
She should. Get her on.
Yeah, we need it to be less of a sausage fest. Let's get some because she's gonna be one of our future hosts. Yeah, let me see if she's available. See, Sam, this is why you need to be in the show notes. So, oh, she's not on Skype right now. Boo. Oh no, she is. There she is. Aha. Wait, what am I doing? I'm being a total noob right now, Stan.
That's all right. You're taking it easy this week.
You're taking it easy?
No, you are.
Am I? How about to say
right.
you always take it easy. You're like one of the most laid back people I know.
I am.
Sometimes I just want to I'm not saying I condone this stuff, but sometimes I just want to light a doobie. Let's see if she'll pick up. Let's see if she'll pick up. I don't think she will. She'll be like, "Whoa, what was that? What? I was not expecting that." Yeah,
I want to see the blue hair.
She's probably busy. She's listening casually right now. But anyway, what's that?
I want to see the blue hair.
I know the blue hair is awesome. Whoa, that was loud. Dude, you gotta get some headphones, bro. You're killing me.
Yes.
Some more shout outs, again, shout outs to all our All Games family, our fellow Twitch broadcasters, everyone in our live chat, and all of you downloading and listening to our podcasts, which you can get from just any place that podcasts can be found. iTunes, Stitcher, etc., etc. Again, Monalicious, big props to you. Pixter, Poopy Butts, I love that name. Shannon Nina, Makanas, Blue Monkey, 123, Obizianka, Dwergy. And there's so many awesome people. Just tons of love. Appreciate you guys. But we're going to move on. Yeah, I don't think Kitty's going to join us. Let me see. Let's see if she wants to join us.
So what headphones should I get?
What kind of headphones? Dude, just get some. I think the best ones are like buckets, because earbuds, the sound fidelity in them is not as good, and they tend to fall out of your ear, then it gets really annoying.
Okay.
If you want something professional grade, the Audio Technica studio monitors are like the best bang for your buck, and they're not gonna break the bank. Don't get Bose and don't get Sennheisers. They're overpriced. And definitely do not get Dre Beats. Oh my goodness. People just like brand whores.
Dr. Dre.
Look, I like old school Dr. Dre. I think The Chronic was one of the best hip hop albums ever made.
Uh-huh.
But, you know, all these like rich rappers now that like put out crap and then put their name on it is like, you know, like vitamin water. You know, I almost fell for it and I started getting to them like, wait a minute. This is a freaking watered down Gatorade. Bump this. And they charge you twice as much.
Yeah.
Hi.
Whoa!
Hey, there she is.
I was about to say, Stan, what did you just do? Oh man. So what should we call you on the show? Should we call you Princess Kitty, Renee Bones, or
I don't care.
Michaela?
Whatever.
Well, we gotta figure it out because you're gonna be like once you like stop being so busy, we're gonna be doing podcasts together like full time. You know.
I know. It's just whatever you want to call me. I don't care right now. Sorry, I'm like really tired because I went swimming.
All right, so I'm gonna call you Captain Poopy Butt.
Alright. Sounds good.
You're not supposed to go along with it. You make it too easy. So anyway,
You already know I make it easy. I mean, come on now.
I know.
Really.
We've missed you. We've been having game nights, and I know you wanted to come to them, but the schedule hasn't been lining up for a lot of people. We're gonna try to fix that soon.
Yeah, school kind of does that.
Yeah, responsibilities, damn them. You know, thank you to you. I'm like always busy, but my schedule's pretty flexible. I'm usually pretty good about dropping something on the spot and taking a break. You know, like if he happens to catch me like poking my head into Hearthstone, he'll like snipe me and send me like a random challenge. I hope he does the same thing.
That's funny.
Yeah, I like it. So we're gonna do a little quick discussion, a little quickie, as we like to call them. This is gonna be called "Living the Dream on Twitch." We're just gonna talk a little bit about the kind of culture of Twitch streaming. Now, Stan, you said you're kind of fascinated by it, right?
I'm fascinated, but I haven't watched much besides you and Obi.
Have you seen the article that we put up at geekyantics.net?
I did.
What did you think?
I don't know. It makes me want to try it, but I don't know.
Well, you gotta.
I got used to this new thing.
Well, you gotta have some questions, right?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's how do you multitask like that? It's how do you play and chat? I don't know. That's pretty cool to me.
Yeah, that actually is a very good question, and that's one thing I've noticed. Like, there's a lot of like top tier players. There's a lot of like really popular streamers that are not engaging, don't really acknowledge the chat.
That's why I don't watch them.
Yeah. But people flock to their channel because they're like really skilled at the game, and I'm like, that's cool and all, but how do they stay in there the whole time and watch? Now, a good portion of the people in there are trolls. They're like, you made a mistake, ha ha ha. Top tier player, my ass, But it's just funny, like I don't know. I mean, we're not talking about like hundreds of thousands of people. We're talking about tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of people. Can you imagine the ad revenue on that just based on impressions? Crazy. And they're just sitting there clicking, just hanging out. But hey, boggles the mind. Boggles the mind. One thing I recommend. And by the way, Kitty, thank you for that. Because that means when you visit my channel that you find me engaging. Sniffle. Ooh, and I got a new thing, Kitty. When people like follow my channel, it makes a cool little pop-up comes up on the stream. like a little
Yeah.
part, like little balloons pop up and everything, and then music starts playing.
That's cool. I'm sorry. I'm like kind of out of it right now.
I know. You should send some of your friends over to my channel. Cause I might
But
become.
what friends?
You got tons of friends. You're like
I don't.
you're a social butterfly.
I'm really not.
That's why you forget about us for like weeks at a time.
My face hurts.
Why?
I got
Oh,
sunburnt.
oh. Do you look like a lobster right now?
No, actually, it's really not that bad.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just a little bad.
What's that? What's supposed to be good for that? Vinegar or something?
Aloe vera.
Yeah, aloe vera definitely is the best way to go. They also got that weird. You ever seen that stuff they have that's like it's like a green gel you're supposed to put in the fridge and then you like put it on your body.
Yeah, we have that. That's the thing I've always used.
Dude, that stuff it makes your skin feel so good. I don't know. It's like
I know.
bathing in a bowl of jello or something. It's so weird. One day I'm just gonna use it for the heck of it. It's like, why are you putting that on? You don't have sunburn. I'm pretending I
Oh,
do.
you know, just because.
You know, it'll be like that stupid commercial. You gelling? Yeah, I'm gelling. Oh man. But so one thing I recommend to people that are doing the Twitch thing is bots are really good. I've tested a few of them quite extensively recently, and I've noticed one consistent thread is that all the channels that have a lot of viewers have bots in them. Now, mind you, this does not mean view bots, because those will get you banned quickly. But if you have bots to help you moderate the chat, add some functionality to your stream, that's good. And what's interesting there, and Stan, you know what happens. It's kind of like the whole reason you do sock puppets, right? It's that
Exactly.
it's that friction that no one wants to be the first person. It's like I kind of picture it like everybody's in this huge dance hall, and great music is playing, and everybody's dancing inside their head, but no one's going on the dance floor. Who's gonna be the first person to go out and have some balls and start dancing? If no one takes that first step, no one wants to be the first person.
Exactly.
So eventually someone's going to finally go, screw this. I'm either make an ass of myself or I'll be a rock star. So the same thing happens with Twitch. Some people see these channels with only 1 or 2 viewers and they're like, oh, well, I don't want to be the first one there because then I'm going to get focused on it. I just kind of want to lurk. You know? They need someone else to go in there and warm up the crowd and get a brunt of the attention or... you know, break the ice, whatever it is. It's a funny thing. So the bots kind of help out with that. It creates that, it helps out with the engagement, and it helps create that illusion of a party at every turn.
So what do these bots do?
Dude, they do whatever you want them to do. They could give out foot massages. They could lend.
Most of the time, you'll type in something and you'll give them a command. So if you type in whatever you say, then they'll say something in return to that.
Yep.
Like if you type in the command to give like your links, then you can make it to where they give links to like your Twitter, and if you have like a Facebook fan page or your YouTube or whatever, they'll give links to that.
Yep. And it also like can help curb like spam, or you could ban certain words. Like if you don't want people dropping racial slurs or whatever, you want to keep the chat clean. You could do that. Like right now, I set up a custom command, and if you do bang Princess Kitty, it goes, "Where are you?"
Does it really?
No,
Let's hear it.
but that's a good idea though. I wonder if people like listen to that. Like, let me try that right now. I'm gonna do it too. Watch. Remind me, Stan. I'm gonna add. I actually did start creating custom commands for like. What's that?
So you can do audios. So you can do audios. Do audio.
Yeah, you could do that, but usually it's like what you call it, text responses, or it'll like do a count or save a record to a database. Like one of the coolest applications is creating virtual currency, and people like they bet on the result of a game. So it's really good if you play a competitive game like Hearthstone. people you could do bets. People will try to like bet on how many rounds you'll go in arena before you lose, right? And
I
then
lose the first round.
that's the way it's been for me lately. Good. It's like I'm a newbie all over again. It's gotten really brutal towards the end of the season. That's what's going on. Now I understand why you're playing more World of Warcraft.
That's
Kitty.
actually what I'm on right now.
I know. I've seen you on there. I'm like, she's cheating on us with that other Warcraft game.
No, I've just been playing it because like we just got our guild to level 23 and stuff, and so I'm helping out like my brother, and we just got another person in our guild so we can do like guild runs and stuff.
The expansion, the new expansion didn't come out, did it?
Not yet. It's supposed to be at the end of this year, like either fall or winter of this year.
I have people Skyping me right now, wondering what's up with the stream.
Are they at Obi-Wan X too?
Yeah, where is he? I'm curious.
His computer had a meltdown.
Oh, that's not good.
He didn't give it enough TLC. What happens? Send a little ping. Are you in Obi's?
No, but I can go check it out.
I'm going in there right now. I'm in there right now.
Not Panda was at Obi's.
Oh, he was at Obi. Well, he must have come in a little later because I was posting on there. Yeah, those are good. Those are good right there, Stan.
You like those?
Yeah, I'm pretty much anything Audio Technica. I'm down with it. There's if you Google like budget podcasting equipment, the Audio Technicas are one of the top ones. This kitten has been staring at me for like the past 10 minutes. She's sitting down on the floor and looking up. Why don't you love me?
Well, she's wondering why you talk to yourself so much.
She's like, why are you... She attacked my microphone. She's like, what is that blue thing? I'm going to kill it. I'm talking... Why are you talking into that dongle? What's wrong with you? So yeah, bots, definitely recommend using them. Another thing, tell me what you guys think about this, but I feel like when people set a lot of rules, it just feels very douchey. You know, like, you go into some of these Twitch channels and you look at their, you scroll down below the video window, whether it says offline or if it's live, and then it shows, like, all their usual, like, contact me, these are my other links, this is my donate button, blah, 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 and then it's usually, like, a FAQ, frequently asked questions and rules. And the rules are usually, like, the longest section. It's like, don't post links, don't self-promote, don't talk about politics, don't talk about my mama, don't talk about the color blue because I hate that color, and don't.
What's wrong with self-promotion?
What's that?
What's wrong with self-promotion?
Dude, people, we've had this conversation before. People hate self-promotion. It's like, if you self-promote on Facebook, right? People don't mind if you like spam them with game invites, or if you share pointless, memes or pictures of cute animals or whatever. But the moment you promote something that might help you make a livelihood, it's like, hey, can you take 2 minutes out and just like click like on this? I'd really appreciate it. It actually helps me pay my bills and avoid being homeless. And people are like, you're self-promoting so much. They really shouldn't do that. I don't like when you self-promote. It's like, I'm unfriending you. You self-promote too much. It's like, wow, really?
With that.
Yeah, people it's a funny thing. It's like, it's almost like walking up to someone and having halitosis and talking right into their nose. It's the same kind of reaction. It's like, oh, you have the plague. Get away from me. And on Twitch is no different. People like I understand there's an extreme. Like, you don't go into someone's home and right away start trying to sell stuff to like, their friends and family. Like you don't go to a party and say, "Hi, my name is John. I sell used cars. Hey, I can get you a deal on a used car. You want a used car? Hey, blah blah blah." You don't do that kind of thing. There's like there's rules of engagement. You warm up the crowd. Ask more. Listen more than you talk. Form a connection first, and then you say, "Hey, well, I don't know. It seems like this might be something you might be interested in, but check this out." It's a very natural thing, and it doesn't have to be a dirty thing. But unfortunately, on Twitch, a lot of like the streamers, regardless of the size, like there's people that if they get like 2 people viewing on their channel, it's a lot, and they got these rules on here. It's like, it's like a dictatorship, a totalitarian government. It's like you gotta understand that people, you're doing a service for the audience, but they're also doing a service for you because they're paying with their time. They're saying, hey, out of all these tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of channels out there, I'm looking at yours. And it's kind of a big deal. So you gotta kind of respond in kind and say, hey, I'm willing to let some things go. I'm not gonna be all picky about it. I don't know. What do you guys think? These rules that people set, are they necessary, or is it kind of overkill? Is it kind of douchey?
I think most people know, like, most people should know what's accepted and what isn't accepted. So that's how I think. I don't know. Like, I wouldn't go into someone else's channel and be like, hey, everybody, check out my new video on YouTube or something. Like, I don't do YouTube yet, but, like, I wouldn't do that.
But like,
I don't know. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of people, if I go into their channels and I do start talking, most of the time they do find out I'm a female, and most of the time they are interested in what I'm doing. So then by that time, I'd be like, oh, well, hey, you can check this out or whatever, or if you want to keep in touch with me another way. And then I would give, like, my Twitter or whatever. But I wouldn't just go in there and be like, do this, and then just leave. Like, I think that's really kind of stupid.
Yeah. See, that's definitely douchey. Like you kind of have like a warm, like a cool down period before you can really do that, right? Like, you hang out a little bit, and there's got to be like a give and take. You got to give something first before you like try to take. I definitely agree with that. Like, yeah, you don't do drive-bys. You don't go into someone's channel because they have a lot of followers and say, "Hey, visit my link and visit this site." Blink and then leave. No, that's definitely douchey. But like this, just outright saying no self-promotion at all. It's like, ugh. Like on my bots, I don't have links blocked. If you want to post links, sure. But if you start getting crazy about it, I'm gonna say, hey, well, you tone it down a little bit. It's a little spammy.
Yeah.
Like, even with my friends, I tell them that it's like, dude, like I hate friends that like they're constantly linking me to stuff and they don't tell me what the link is. Like they just want me to click it. It's like, well, what are you linking? Shit, just click on it. No, what is it? Like, what? Why am I gonna drop what I'm doing to click on it? That's the other side of it. But other than that, like,
And I think another thing is, like, a lot of people don't want to click on links that they don't know because it could be a virus, And I feel like that's really important too.
Yeah. See that, and I think like we're at a point where people pretty much know if you don't know the person, don't click on the link. So, like, if I think maybe what the streamers are worried about is that these people sharing links on their channel are gaining trust by proxy. So it's like, oh, if it happens to be something bad, a virus or midget porn or whatever it might be, then now that looks bad for them, So
Yeah.
I get that, but I think people have enough common sense to say, hey, if this is midget porn, it's my fault for clicking on it. And I didn't get to know this person. I mean, even if it's someone that the streamer knows really well, it doesn't mean they won't do something bad, Everybody has like their moment where they just do something really stupid. I don't know. So I think everybody has their own personal responsibility to check out someone and form some kind of connection before they take that risk, Unless it's like an established site or a site that has kind of built-in quality controls like YouTube. It's pretty hard for someone to do something really shady on YouTube. You know, they have to be pretty clever to put viruses or crap on your computer through YouTube. You know, that's a pretty safe ecosystem for the most part. And if someone's doing that kind of shady stuff on there, they're usually gonna get caught. You know, I just think in general, people should not be setting down some crazy rules and being all freaking butthurt about everything. Because this, ultimately, people come to these channels, they want to have fun. They don't want to feel like they're, you know, in school and they're being sent to the principal's office.
And I feel like a lot of the channels that do actually set all these rules are smaller channels that don't really have anybody viewing them.
Yeah, yeah. You know,
because maybe they feel like they have to have them. I don't know.
it's kind of like I feel like if they feel like if they put all these rules, it creates the air of having a professional thing, like a legitimate business, that people will take you more seriously. But to me, it just comes off as being really douchebaggy, you know?
Yeah.
Like I've been in channels where like the person saw that I tweeted out their link, I posted it on Facebook, I followed them, you know, I sent them some new viewers, and I say, hey, do you mind if I plug this one thing, this one link? It's the thing that I'm working on, and you know, I don't want people to go into it right now, but when you're done with your stream, can you like do a raid or can you send people my way? You know, I'd appreciate that. No big deal. And it's like, yeah, before you know, you shouldn't really ask that kind of stuff in the channel. You should send me a PM about that. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, get over yourself. You know, people like, for me, like, if someone asks me to plug something for them, I'm fine with it, as long as that's not all they're doing. Like, I don't want to feel like I'm just being used, you know? I don't want to feel like, you know, I'm like the dirty slut. It's like, hey, baby, do this for me. It's like, well, what are you going to do for me? Nothing. Like, well, that's not cool. There needs to be a little bit of, you know, mutual exchange here. Right, Stan?
Yeah, I agree. We need to lift each other up.
That's right. That's it. If it's mutually beneficial, then I don't see the need for all these rules. You know, it doesn't have to be 50-50. You know, no human exchange. No reciprocation is ever 50-50 right down the middle. And that's crazy talk. But, you know, as long as, you know, it feels like the person has, you know, your best interests in mind as well as their own, that's cool. You know, I mean, we all get tunnel vision sometimes. Like, if we get really focused on something we're doing, maybe we're doing a fundraiser or we're rallying behind a cause we really believe in, and we're so passionate, we might get overzealous and forget about everything else that's going on around us. And that happens, you know. It's something people could tell us nicely and, you know, hey, you know, well, can you tone it down a little bit? Because, you know, there are other things going on in the world. It's like, okay, sorry about that, you know. But there's nice ways of approaching it. You don't need to just kind of crack a whip or whatever. You just, I don't know. It boggles my mind that people do that. But so those are like the main things I would say. If people want to succeed, you know, don't be a dictator with the rules. Use the bots, but use them properly. You know, and make sure you configure them. The default setting on a lot of these bot services are really restrictive, and